Now, currently, when we all look at where the case of the deputy president is heading to, there is no escape route for him. This evening, the Judge Justice Chacha, has delivered a ruling on a certain petition that was made by Gachagua's lawyers to stop the proceeding of the impeachment at the Senate, which is something that tells you not even the High Court nor the judiciary can save Gachagua. Now, let's go forward with this. Right now, some new information has come to light. Gachagua, knowing that his fate is currently sealed, it is believed that he has currently reached out to President William Ruto for an exit plan or a resignation plan. As Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua faces mounting political pressure and the threat of impeachment, sources close to the situations revealed that his camp has reached out to President William Ruto in hopes of negotiating a favorable exit before an anticipated Senate vote this Thursday. Now, according to the Standard newspaper on Tuesday, insiders at State House disclosed that emissaries acting on Gachagua's behalf have approached the president seeking guarantees for specific privileges should he voluntarily resign. This comes amid growing speculation over Gachagua's future, with his political survival hanging in the balance ahead of the Senate's impeachment debate. Under the Constitution, a deputy president who is impeached and forced out of office before serving a half of their 5-year term loses all privileges associated with the role of the deputy president. Have you heard that? Which means Gachagua's name won't go down in history as a respected man in the books of our history. He loses every credibility of him being a DP. If he had served the role of a deputy president for 5 years, then at least when even if impeached, he would have gotten the privileges of being a retired deputy president. You know, the former deputy president of the vice president of Kenya, people like Kalonzo Musyoka, until date, enjoy the privileges of being a former vice president. People like Ankumundi, or call him Mudi Awori, until date, enjoys the privileges of being former vice presidents of the Republic of Kenya. But Gachagua, once he is impeached on Thursday, there will be no way that he will get these privileges. His name will be roughed up, or it will be roughed off the books of history. The privileges that come from being a deputy president will never fall on Gachagua's path. Now, going forward, according to sources, Gachagua's representatives have requested that Ruto ensure he retains key entitlements, including security detail, VIP status, and vehicles, even if he steps down before the Senate vote. So, on the deal that Gachagua's people are negotiating with President William Ruto, they're telling Ruto, yes, I will resign, but these are the things that I want from you. Ensure that I get my security detail. My security detail won't be withdrawn. I shall retain the status of a retired deputy president. I will go with that. At least don't strip that off me. At least nipe hiyo heshima. Another thing, nipe hiyo security. Another thing, nipe VIP status. Yeah, at least I can be received as a former deputy president, not an impeached deputy president. Apart from that, also the vehicles that Gachagua uses, some of the vehicles are supposed to remain on his custody or are supposed to serve him as a retired deputy president. Apart from that, among the perks Gachagua team is reportedly seeking are the retention of 2 saloon vehicles and one four-wheel drive vehicle, fuel allowances, and continued VIP access and continued access to VIP areas at airports and other government facilities. You know, the VIP status that is accorded to ministers, former vice presidents, and former presidents at government institutions, at government facilities, at the airports, and all that. Gachagua wants those need to be given to him. He does not want the status ya mwananchi wa kawaida once he resigns. So he is asking the president at least to accord him that small courtesy if we want him to resign. And also magari yake allowances zitakuwa zinalipwa na serikali, ile mafuta ambayo atakuwa akitumia. Now additionally, they have requested a generous pension package amounting to 80% of his last salary in office, alongside a lump sum payout calculated based on his term in office. Now, while it remains unclear whether President Ruto has responded to this request, the outreach signals Gachagua's desire to avoid a political bruising Senate trial. And that is why he even proceeded to try and stop the impeachment of the hearing at the Senate, where today Justice Church has delivered the ruling that the case must proceed to the Senate. The Senate will hear from the evidence tabled, and the culprit, who is Gachagua, will defend himself before the Senate before the ruling is made. I shall quote these, which was made, this article by the Standard, and I want you to listen to it. According to Gachagua's emissaries, he wants the president to allow him to enjoy the privileges of a former deputy president, which includes one four-wheel drive vehicle of an engine capacity not exceeding 3,000 cc, which shall be replaceable every 4 years. A fuel allowance equal to 15% of the current monthly salary of the office holder and security officers. The DP is also hiring a monthly pension equal to 80% of his last monthly salary, which is while in office. A lump sum payment on retirement calculated as a sum equal to 1 year's salary paid for each term served in office, and 2 saloon vehicles with an engine capacity not exceeding 2,000 cc, which shall be replaceable once every 4 years. Tunaelewana? Those are the requirements that the deputy president has given out. Now, these emissaries have communicated his request to the president. Whether Ruto responds directly or through intermediaries remains to be seen. Such sources familiar with the negotiation stated. Now, the Senate impeachment vote, which would mark the end of Gachagua's tenure as deputy president, looms. Whether he opts to resign beforehand or faces the full force of the political storm in the Senate, the outcome could have some implication for the future of the Kenya Kwanza administration. Should I remind you that we have spoken about this for a very long time? Gachagua has no fighting chance. His only fighting chance is resignation. And because he views himself as a man that can have it all, can go ahead and win against these people, then that is where he makes the mistake. You can't win against Ruto. Mzee Moi went against Ruto, never won. Mwai Kibaki went against Ruto, never won. Uhuru Kenyatta went against Ruto, never won. Should I remind you that even the biggest court in the world went against Ruto? The ICC, the Hague, and Ruto never won. And the Hague never won against Ruto. How do you expect Gachagua to win against Ruto? While the Senate is in Ruto's pocket, meetings are being held at Weston Hotel. Senate meetings are being held at Weston Hotel, which is Ruto's hotel. Fast forward, Gachagua's claims and even on his defense is something that is currently questionable. Reason why we are saying this, We have tried to verify the details on the wealth that Gachagua says. And you know, Gachagua will put a rope on his neck. Why am I saying this? Gachagua overturned the will of his brother to disinherit the kids of his brother from their property and made the properties which were supposed to be added over to his brother's kids, he made them his. So tell me, Senate ikienda hata kuchimba hii mambo ipate hii evidence, what will be the image of Gachagua to the people of the Republic of Kenya? How will Gachagua portray himself to the public if it is revealed that mzee alienda mpaka kudisinherit his nephews mali yao and his nephews and nieces mali yao mpaka mmoja wao amefungwa ndani? Because the Senate will crack a whip on this guy. They will destroy him. Yeah, and his career. So the best thing Gachagua can do tonight is resign and by tomorrow be out of the current residence. Even if Ruto does not adhere to this request that Gachagua has given, his exit plan is an exit plan that portrays a man that fears Ruto so much. A man that wants to control how he is perceived by the society after retirement. A man that plans to remain in leadership although he isn't holding any office. Remember, that is the same thing that they did to Mama Ngina Kenyatta. We shall review, tutakuwa tukiwakumbusha hilo. Mama Ngina Kenyatta had been enjoying the privileges of the first lady of the Republic of Kenya kutokea mzee Jomo Kenyatta died in the year 1978. The security detail of Mama Ngina Kenyatta since the year 1978 remained to be there taking care of Mama Ngina Kenyatta. The vehicles that were being serviced and replaced after 4 years remained there under Mama Ngina Kenyatta. But when Gachagua and Ruto came in, Gachagua ordered the security of Mama Ngina to be withdrawn. Security that had served for Mama Ngina hata zaidi ya miaka 50 and 40 years and above wakatolewa. So Gachagua wants to enjoy the privileges that Mama Ngina Kenyatta enjoys, which he himself tried to take away from Mama Ngina. Satire, right? We always say karma is a very dangerous bitch. That's what's up. Make sure you subscribe and tell me what you think about this request by Gachagua. See you in our next video.